Oh man, that's very. I don't have my PS4 controller.
Me neither.
What?
It's over. It's
Dragon's Sword.
It's.
I got this.
You get the Switch controller. Have you seen that Twitter post? How like you know how the each generation shows like PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, right?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
and then like
Yeah,
Xbox, Xbox 360,
Xbox
Xbox One,
Xbox
Xbox
One.
Series S, Xbox Series X, Xbox 358/2 days, Xbox Rebirth for my sleep. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Other World of Pop Culture Podcast. I'm CJ, and with me for this episode, we got Lewis, Bryant, Mike, and Jess. How is everybody today?
Good, how are you?
Tired.
Very good.
Very tired.
Very tired.
Dead inside.
I am in the middle of moving, and this side of the camera is like messy AF. So I'm not showing this side, so you get this good angle right here.
Is that DSLR angle?
This is the DSLR angle. Usually in these episodes we get the webcams because I don't want to be too extra, but yeah.
It'd be extra, yeah,
I
today.
mean, if
It's
you
movie
have
magic.
it, do it. You know, like
I mean, if I have it, do it, but like I want to be like in your guys' level. Like I don't want to be too over the top to the point where it's just like, wait, is it just CJ with everybody featuring everybody else? No, I want to keep this equal.
It's the CJ show.
It's not the CJ show. It's the world of pop culture. Okay.
You do all the intros.
That's true.
I mean, I am the makeshift host,
Well,
but like,
He's the one who edits the video.
it's the video.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
For now.
Wait, for now, like
Yeah.
pretty much for the future. Like I'm pretty sure as we progress forward with these episodes and stuff like that, it's gonna get to the point where like the editing style is gonna change drastically. Because like what I imagine for these episodes, like especially when the cuts between like each topic and stuff like that, and like whoever's talking, it's gonna be like our individual cameras as opposed to like me just sharing the Discord screen that I have in front of me.
Oh, right.
So like everyone would be recording in their own cams, and then they'll be like sending it over, and then we edit it out based on like that, which which sounds like that sounds like pretty pro grade, to be honest. So
I can't wait. to
stay,
see
so
which
so
one
yeah
it
so
is.
so stay tuned, other
Yeah.
worlders.
Cool.
Just
Stay
saying.
and see the growth that
Yeah.
we will try to go through.
And if you like these episodes, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon.
Comment,
notified.
Listen on SoundCloud. There's an audio version there. Domino's, stop playing.
Stop. I do have to say before we actually do start with our first topic, like Walmart, you guys are stepping up your game with these
Wait,
licensed
that's
shirts
from
though.
Walmart?
This is from Walmart.
Oh,
Yeah, Walmart and
You
You
Target.
guys are
man.
stepping up though. I appreciate
I
that.
need to go to Walmart now.
Yeah.
Target as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Target. Well,
I saw
Target
that
always
shirt at
had
Target.
better licensed shirts, but like Walmart's just started to step up a little bit. Cause like as of like there was this one, and then like there was a My Hero one. I was like, why are they showing like anime shirts? Cause like probably the most meta one like a few years ago was like a Kakashi one,
Mm.
and like I always see it like
You know what
At
else
work.
has been stepping up their anime game? Barnes and Noble.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I've been seeing like a lot of My Hero figures, especially like All Might action figures.
Yes.
I even
I
surprised.
always browse to that section.
you not I saw Digivices at my Barnes and Noble.
No way.
Which ones?
Okay, but my question is, did you cop
Which
one?
ones?
It's the newest ones, like the re-releases. I'll send a picture.
Buy
to you
them.
guys.
But did you buy them?
You- I will buy them.
Why
And
haven't you bought them now?
Buy them.
Because
all,
I've been debating it.
all of them.
I don't
let
care.
me
I
ask
don't
you
care
this.
if you're a poor boy.
There's-
You need to
there's-
buy one.
It's an investment.
It's an investment.
I have two left. If I buy two of them, I will do something where somebody will
We'll
win.
fight over them. We'll fight over them.
Are you
Or
doing?
I'll-
Are you
Or you
doing?
guys will have to. or you guys will have to do a love letter to me and tell me how much.
Are you doing a giveaway on your Instagram?
No.
I mean, like, if you buy,
I am not that famous.
I mean, if you buy,
just say.
At the time of this recording, I am not that famous, and by the time this recording is done, I'm still not that famous.
Oh my god!
But yet,
there is no yet.
All right, since we are on the topic of anime and different cartoons, let's jump into our topic, which is how anime and pop culture has influenced us to become weebs, or that term weeb, and how it's affected us to be who the person we are today. I mean, as you can tell, me, CJ, as you can look at Lewis's wall, covered all over the place.
Momo,
there's actually a lot more on this side of. There's actually more.
I see your mad love for Momo though, dude.
Like I had this for a while.
Well,
I just never put it up until now. Like I had time.
You can't see anything about Mike.
Well, you can't see it, but above me, on my desk, I have like figures from like Rick and Morty and Final Fantasy.
I think you need to turn your desk around, good sir. Next episode.
Well, you can't see it in the background, but I also have like a Sephiroth plushie. Asuka figure from Japan.
Yeah.
And,
I have a bunch of figures like on my shelf.
And Trevor
stuff like a
Belmont
bunch
from
unopened.
Castlevania.
Yeah.
See, Jess is a little bit more trendy, but she got her cosplay behind her, so she's still like. Am I showing her weeb?
I have like my Sailor Moon stuff on the back.
I would love that
of
as a
my shirt.
mannequin.
You don't see it. But,
Oh my gosh. Like, well, to be like really upfront, I always imagine like my room being like somewhat like this when I grow up, like being like hecka like tricked out with like anime stuff and stuff like that. Cause growing up, like you want to be like somewhat mundane when it comes to like being an adult. But like I always imagine myself like, dude, there's always got to be like at least cartoon stuff or like comic book stuff on my wall. Like it can't be like plain Jane, like nice painted walls and stuff like that, but like no substance. It's just form.
For me, I've always imagined a bunch of posters around. Like, like
have you?
Art from cons, and as well as like I just like love all these series.
For me, it's just like for the longest time I had posters, but then I started like putting them inside frames and stuff like that. Just like still have that sort of like nerdy thing, but a little more mature and well taken care of. Because I remember like Christmas, my brother gave me like these special like wall mounts, but they're like all like from old comic books. So like Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Fantasy 15, like Spider-Man's first appearance and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and some like Thor and Superman and stuff like that. And I used like when I was living with my parents, like the basement, like the back room was my studio where I painted and all that stuff. And that's where I hung up like most of my nerdy stuff. And for the longest time, it was just mostly like Star Wars and Firefly and all that kind of stuff.
Very cool.
So here's my question for you guys though. Like, how did this affect you as you were kids until now?
I had unrealistic expectations.
Unrealistic.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I want to start it off by saying like if I do good, like good would come about me. And the thing is, like, it was kind of like, well, I would say it was called the nice guy syndrome, where like if you do nice things, you'll get nice in return. But the thing is, that's not always the case. And the thing is, like, you'll like. If you're like on the wrong side of things, you'll always feel like you're always in the back burner when it's really not. Like it's just how you feel during that time, and like how you're just like, oh, because like, I remember before thinking like if I was to do good, whether it be like influencing someone like through Taekwondo, for example, like to like believe in themselves to do whatever, like they can do anything they want, and like whether it's being a champion or being confident in themselves when they walk around the school halls, like, and like the thing is like I should feel the same, but like when I walk around I'm like this, like like tensed up, like I'm about to like fight someone or something like that, because like I didn't feel safe at that time. but I think it's more. I think it's more cathartic in a sense. Because I remember growing up, like I always think that like doing good would bring about good, and like I would always take that for granted, and like, hold on, I'm like, I'm getting a little teary eyed for a second.
That's a
That's
bit,
fine.
That's okay.
Yeah, but like
Right,
I think
yeah.
it's. I
There's
think for
no
me,
crying
like,
in pop culture.
There's a
I
lot
think-
of crying in pop culture.
What are you
God.
talking about?
I think it's mainly because like I look up to these characters. It's just like, you know, the role model that you know doesn't exist, but like you're glad they're there at all, because like, you know, I'm pretty sure most people that have like very like role model figures growing up, like they're not always going to be there, but like the cartoons and like anime and cartoons and stuff like that always are. Like you just gotta wait for them to show up like every half an hour or so. So for that, like, you know, when I grow up, like just waiting to watch Dragon Ball Z, or like several different occasions where my brother would be streaming Naruto. Whether or not it's pirated, don't at me. Whenever he would be streaming Naruto, I would just be like hunching over, be like, is that my boy right there? Like it always like influenced me to, like, you know, always like believe in myself, to like there's always gonna be something good out of something you always do, no matter how little it is. It's always gonna be significant to someone else. So that's where I get from it, and I always appreciated that. Like I appreciate it a lot more now than I did then, but like I always appreciated it.
Mm.
Anybody want to go next?
I guess I'll go next. Yeah, like for me growing up, like during my whole childhood is like when anime was kind of coming in, and it was slowly starting to like creep into like other Saturday morning cartoons and things like that. But for me, it was mostly just like Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, those kind of characters and stuff like that, before like Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z came onto the airwaves in America and things like that. So I would say I'm more like a classic nerd type of thing than like a weeb, because I think it was also just kind of like a cultural thing as well, because it was just stuff that I didn't understand, or just stuff that I was just like, oh, that's cool, it's there, bye. And yeah, some of my friends would get into it, but then as time moved on, like I still kind of in the secretly would still be into that stuff, and but my friends were just like more into like sports and girls and things like that, and I was just like, I was into girls, but they weren't into me. And
They
With the
missing
2D
out.
kind.
oh no, like here's the thing.
I'm
It's like,
joking.
I can never be attracted to like 2D characters for some reason. Like how a lot of people,
Definitely.
a lot of people in
I
like
think we need to have a topic about that in the future. Just
We
saying.
definitely need to add that. to the topic.
that's a story for another time.
I'm very
But
curious.
the Cliff Note version for me is that like I've never really been attracted to the 2D characters or things like that, because it's just like it's something that I can never obtain, or somebody that I could never meet in person,
Right.
and share thoughts and feelings and all that. And I digress. But yeah, for me it was just kind of like, it was like the only thing that I really knew,
Mm-hmm.
because for me it was like I couldn't go to like a comic book store, or like everything that I knew about like games and stuff, like I had to learn from like cousins or kids in my neighborhood and stuff like that. It was just like, oh my god, what is that? It's like, oh, that's Castlevania. It's just like, I don't know what that is, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because I grew up in like a neighborhood where it was just like an up and coming kind of those neighborhoods that are just like still being built there, but there are people living in those neighborhoods. And things
Yeah.
like that. And everything I saw was just like on TV or like in a magazine or like something that my parents bought for me out of nowhere, and you're like, here you go, it's a video game, it's cool. It's like, all right, here we go. And or just what I saw on TV and things like that. And the more I got older, the more I started learning about other things. And then my library had comic books and manga there, and that was whatever they had, that's all I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And as I got older and college and all that stuff, then I got introduced to everything else. And then like high school, everybody was a jerk and and even in like the anime clubs in high school, they were jerks.
Mm-hmm.
There was such
Oh
like
no, yeah.
there was such an elitist thing.
Elitist, I knew it.
Like it's like it's if you knew anime, but like they know anime, quote unquote. Do you know their blood type? Who?
Yeah.
No,
like,
you're not a fan.
Especially when you like looked in the manga and they told you their blood type. It's like, why do I need to know that? I don't care.
Yeah, they're missing. It's like you're missing the point.
Yeah, you're not gonna get like a badge of honor just because you know their height, their blood type, their whatever.
Yeah.
Or especially like how the whole production of it and stuff like that. Or because all I knew was just like from TV and from like some of the comic books or the magazines that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a freshman when Naruto and Death Note were just hitting the scene. That's carbon dating myself.
Dang, we're making us feel like way more Gen Z than I need to be.
Yeah, but it was just like I would rather just be in my own world and not share it with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I got older, and then people started, I don't know, depending on who you talk to, lighten up and just be like, hey, this is actually for everybody, instead of just like, actually, if you actually read this part and knew about their height and knew about episode 57 in that part where they did, that's not filler. I can't believe you watched the filler. And it's like, get out of
people
here.
like what they like, you know.
Dude.
Just let people like what they like, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to add in, like, I don't know if I speak for most of us here, but like I'm pretty sure like growing up having like, you know, these interests in anime and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure like you would feel like weird, like, you know, because not like I wouldn't say embarrassed to like anime or something like that, but like it's because like it's not cool back then, or not as mainstream like with sports or something like that.
Yeah.
But like I think growing up, like it's just like, oh, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, it's what you like and what you enjoy. And like I'm pretty sure that's what Mike is talking about. Like I like what I like, you know, you like what you like, but this is what I enjoy. So I don't know if I spoke for most of us though. Like like I definitely felt weird, like, you know, like am I just a weirdo of just for liking like 2D characters or like making role models out of them, like making them like my idols or whatever? And like I was like, no, they are my idols, dude. I wouldn't be like, you know, as strong as I am or as charismatic as I feel because of that. And like I just wanted to throw that in there.
Are you done, Mike, or would you like to continue?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
All right.
Because if I keep talking, it'll take forever.
What are you talking about?
Or should I go or should Jess go?
Ladies or gentlemen? Ladies first.
Rock,
or
paper,
gentlemen?
Jess.
Rock, paper, Jess.
Yeah, it's just.
Anime, weeb culture, all that stuff has such a big impact in my life. Before, when I was an only child, my parents worked a lot and they would leave me at home alone. That's where I would find the TV, and that's where I had my appreciation for cartoons, and then eventually anime such as Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball. And I'm not sure if you guys know Ranma and a Half, but my friend had a cassette, and I just stuck that in the VCR.
I just remember the manga at the library. Manga? Yeah.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's a very long series, but
yeah.
That's also where I found out that I have a thing for girls too, from anime.
I respect that.
I
respect that.
Oh God.
Yeah, being an only child for a while until I was like 6, 7 years old. I finally had a little sister, but of course then she was way too young to really hang out with and enjoy anime in all its glory. And I moved a lot as well as a child, so I can easily say I think I moved more than 15 times in my lifetime. We were always constantly on the go, my family and I, and so whatever friends I made, it was never lasting until the internet came about. Then we could keep in contact, but anime was always my escape. I just love being able to escape from to a different fantasy world and do my own thing. And yeah, I have to agree. Growing up, not many people really like anime, so it was kind of hard to find someone that was into it. But when you did find that one person, it's like, oh my god, I like anime too. What do you like? And then we would exchange our favorite things, right? One thing that Weeb culture, anime, all that stuff influenced me in a way is the mannerisms I picked up from anime because of Japanese culture. Yeah, I think my parents often tell me, they're like, where did you learn your mannerisms from? Like, no one taught you how to do these things.
And you just lift up a copy of Sailor Moon and just like...
Well, you see here in page
37, panel 3, line 4. Man, it's like quoting the Bible.
Well, see, in this chapter,
the gospel according to Toriyama. Praise be to Goku.
Praise be to Goku. Oh God.
Yes.
Yeah. I learned all sorts of things like being modest if someone saw me scantily clad or whatever. Just the way that I'm just more.
And just remember to slap them.
Yeah, that's right. Slap them. Be your Sunday waifu. Just thanking people a lot, making sure that people get the right of way first, that kind of stuff. My parents never really taught me that. I just learned it all from anime. Oh, another thing that I learned from Japanese culture is when you're given a meal, eat every single grain of rice, eat everything, and then you return the plate. These days I don't do that anymore because it's too filling. So I just get a to-go box. But yeah, it's just small little mannerisms here and there. That's how it affected my life.
Louisa?
Yeah. Man, it was tough growing up as a liking anime and stuff.
Oh
no.
No.
At least for me, it was not just liking anime, just liking a lot of pop culture stuff because I was not just into anime. I was into Star Wars. I was into comic books and stuff. I read a lot of Batman and stuff like that. And it was very tough because it was only really tough in elementary school and middle school. In high school, I finally met people who actually liked those things, which is great because I went to actually a really big high school and stuff. And yeah, but during those times, everybody was just into sports and stuff like that. So yeah, I always just got weird looks and stuff like that. Oh, you're really into this and really like this, stuff like that. So yeah, it was kind of tough going through that. And then, but when I got into high school, it got a lot better because I got to actually meet people and stuff that actually like these things. I was like, oh, okay, great, yeah, finally I have somebody to talk to. And things. The school was so big is that I don't have to worry about any other person, look at me weirdly because they're probably in a different area of the school, hanging out with those people who like sports and stuff like that. While I'm just
there's a lot of separate groups.
There's a lot of separate groups and stuff. And yeah, I'm just glad that I was able to have that in high school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that was at least one part of high school that I liked, and stuff. And then yeah, and then actually I started going to cons during high school too. Cause and stuff, which was really neat, and got into cosplay and stuff, which was really nice to go through. And yeah, Actually, it was really fun too because like because I took Japanese in high school and we got to watch during our oral tests, like things like we have to go one by one, so like so we had to kill time. Like in a way. So then like our teacher would most of the time put Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always like enjoyed that. Yeah, it was always really tough and stuff, but like I'm glad that like I got through those years of like liking those things and always looked weird at and like being picked on to like a point where it doesn't matter anymore. Like not just like in like any kind of social setting. It's just like in the world. I feel like right now it doesn't really matter like what you like. Like people are just minding their own business, and at least I like to think like the world's been like that like lately, and people are just like respecting like what you like and stuff. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But weirdly enough, actually, like during at least during elementary school, I don't know about middle school. During elementary school, for some reason, the middle ground was actually Kingdom Hearts. Like everybody liked Kingdom Hearts.
You don't say.
That was the middle ground.
Really?
Yeah. I was like,
why Kingdom
okay,
Hearts though?
I don't know. I don't
Disney,
know.
which is westernized, and then like Square Enix, which is
Like
more like Japanese.
I don't know. Because I think I don't like I think pretty sure back then like I wouldn't I don't think Disney would be enough, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I also remember Kingdom Hearts was around the time when I was becoming a teenager.
Yeah.
And all my friends were just like, why would we want to play that? That looks stupid.
Maybe because it was a game. Like and
Well,
the kids were at home playing it, so
it wasn't just that because they were mostly into like Call of Duty and
yeah,
Halo and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was kind of fascinated by RPGs. Like I didn't play them a lot when I was little, and then when I became a teenager, I started to like get into them and all that. And I even remember a friend of mine bought me as a birthday present Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls for the Game Boy Advance. And just playing the crap out of those games. But to go off of what Lewis said, I don't trust anybody who's ever had a good high school experience.
Yeah,
if you had a good high school experience, you're lying.
Like the only enjoyable thing about high school was just like
graduation.
Yeah, actually, honestly, just leaving. Like I enjoyed Japanese class because like I had like a lot of good friends in there, like
the only redeeming factor I got was high school was breakdancing and hanging out with my friends. That's pretty much like my main takeaway of my high school actually, life.
For me, like breakdancing was not enjoyable for one of the years actually. Only for one of the years. Because what was it? At least for me, like this is what I felt like I didn't like was it like I didn't really fit in like with some of the people like in my grade for breaking during sophomore year. It was mainly like a lot of people like mimicked my moves because things like everybody was doing like the traditional stuff while I was like creating threads and stuff like that. And a lot of people were like like during freshman year I had more like I felt like it was like more open stuff because like because I was like a little more respected to like the upperclassmen and stuff because I started a little bit more than the other ones, and then like and sophomore year, freshman, like I guess, and then sophomore year, like the people who were in my grade were like me, were like kind of like just like poking jokes and stuff like that, and like because I always like I'm the one who usually just competes a lot, while I was just like not competing as much and sitting back, But after that, like rather I got like more respect later on because like I was making it farther in competitions or getting invited and stuff like that. So like that was when and getting more moves, That was
right.
The point. Yeah. But yeah, literally, yeah, but like it's really only those moments when like high school is enjoyable. Like literally just like the very handful of friends, Japanese class and part breakdancing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I respect that. Brian.
How about you?
This might get a little deep.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready for deep.
Ready.
I'm ready for
get
deep.
my swim shorts because we might be diving.
So for me, anime is a a huge impact, honestly, on my life. It's impacted me for the better, honestly, because since I was little, like I was the youngest of three sons, and I was the youngest. And since my parents had to deal with two of my older brothers already being like bad apples, they always had me be like the good one. Like responsibility always like landed on me. So I was always the one that had to do good. I had to always get good grades, and I was the one they wanted to succeed. And basically, I was like their fallback plan after the first two. So I never ever like, even when I was 5 years old, my mom bought me like a Batman costume, and I told myself that's childish because I already felt like I had to grow up, unfortunately. And like I never saw myself. Yeah, like I never saw myself like, oh, I'm gonna dress up. Like ever since then, I never dressed up at all. And now look at me, you guys, look what you dragged me into.
The wonderful world of cosplay.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
Technically, it was an invite, not.
Yes, it was an invite. It was an invite, and you took it.
You did not hold your hostage.
You took it. You could have said no.
Well,
I know.
I passed out in my fishing gear, and I was just like, got another one.
Yeah, but no, like as I was a kid, like I started watching cartoons, and cartoons eventually led to anime, and basically into like my middle school years, into my high school years, I was a weird blend of everything. So I was like, on top of being emo, I was a quiet kid, I was a skater kid, I was a kid that liked anime, a kid that played Yu-Gi-Oh! And like for me, like my family always saw like Yu-Gi-Oh! As like the devil's card game or something. Like it's just devil's play or something. So like my family wasn't like really too kind to it. So I would have to buy cards like secretly with whatever allowance I would get.
That's true,
But-
actually.
Yeah.
I had to do a lot of convincing to get my parents to buy me my first
Yeah. Actually, no. That's a lie. That's a lie. Never mind. My brother would always get Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
My parents were very willing when I was young, but it's just like when I was older, they were always asking me like,
Why?
Aren't you? No, it's like, aren't you a little bit too old for that? And I'm like, no, not really.
No, not really.
Like,
you're like, sir, madam.
You know,
please.
you know, you could use that for your college fund. You know that, right?
Actually, the first amount of cards, my parents didn't even buy them to me. I didn't even buy them myself. My cousin actually gave me the first Blue Eyes deck because he's like, oh, I'm too old for this now. So he just gave me them. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'll take them.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah, and it was the OG one. So now looking back, I'm just like, I should have protected
You
that.
should have protected it with your life. Hey, man, to a kid, that's $1,000 right there in your hand.
Yeah.
Now, but yeah, like that grew with me. So I continued like following anime, and I continued watching different anime like Naruto, Bleach, freaking. I at one time I started One Piece, but it got too long. I didn't continue with it. But I mean, then there was what, Mega Man NT Warrior on freaking Kids WB that freaking expanded me into a bigger universe. And I don't know, like if its effects, I mean, at times, yeah, in middle school and high school, oh, you're the weird kid that likes Japanese cartoons. I'm just like, okay,
And
that's my preference. Yeah, and
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
yeah, I'll freaking like Naruto up there. 1,000 years of death.
oh my god.
Okay, but at least I can say I was too shy to even do the Naruto run around like schoolyard. Or
I did it. I felt so proud. Oh my god.
I did do it, but people would like claim that I did, and they would make fun of me. I'm like, I didn't even do any of that. Like, why? You're just making stuff up just so you have an excuse just to pick on me.
Yeah, just to pick on me because like you think I'm into, just because I'm into anime, you think I do that weird which is not weird,
Yeah.
Lewis.
You make an
It's not
excuse of it.
weird at all.
It's not weird at all.
Didn't
I mean, like,
we Naruto run through like
Have you heard of the Naruto run at Area 51?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and nobody went through Area 51.
There were people that are ready to do it.
They were so ready. It
They were
was on the
so
news and
down
everything.
until they got stopped. That was hilarious. Oh my god.
Anyways,
But
No, like even into high school, like the hierarchies, the jocks, the popular kids, the druggies, and everything. Like I never really, I can't. I mean, I guess I fall into like the emos and the skaters and the rockers, but secretly behind all that, I was still like a weeb. So, I mean, I was a mixture of a lot of weeb stuff, and like I don't know. It's just that anime to me has so much more inspirational things than actual like mainstream Western culture does, in my opinion.
yeah, I agree with
That
that.
does. I agree. I totally agree with that too.
And, like, it's not even just one thing that you can take. Oh, I'll throw that into my life somewhere. No, it's like things that'll teach you a lesson for even the future as you grow up.
Definitely.
And that's what I feel like. It affects someone so much to the point that it'll affect you even when you're an adult. Like, I mean, you've seen all these anime weaves that now I have adult money and now I can buy adult like weeb stuff, and they have like their whole room decked out like with like freaking body pillows, posters, statues everywhere. Like, I mean, if I didn't have self control like I do, I would have had everything covered to the brim from the wall to like
we would have
the
to
other
we would
wall.
have to censor your room entirely, just your body.
Exactly.
We would just have to green screen you out of your room.
No, we have,
Exactly.
no, we have to go. We have to transfer to Zoom.
Yeah,
Exactly. I would have to
Yeah.
make a backdrop, basically.
make a backdrop,
Make a
and then,
backdrop.
and hopefully we don't get flagged.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well,
But,
well, the thing is, like, okay, that's actually perfect transitioning to like what we're gonna talk about next, which is you know, how it affected our mental health up to now,
Yeah.
because
And not just like me, like just pop culture.
not just, you know, anime, just like pop culture in general. Like, I want to start off saying that, like, for me, like, I would say like a big takeaway was like my mental health and about getting stronger, because like especially like up to till recently before pandemic started, like there was this like one particular song in my playlist. It's talking about, it's always it's just like quotes from Goku. Like some people might know this. It's called the it's called motivational dubstep with featuring Goku's like, you know, quotes and stuff like that. Like it would talk about like pretty much Gohan's progression through, like, you know you can break through like barriers, saying that you can do it when you stop, like, you know, putting yourself down, saying you can't do this. I was like, this is actually affecting me, because I actually felt that way, and like I was like, you're right, Goku, you're right, Dad. And the thing is, like, you know, it projected not only just like, you know, physically by working out and stuff like that, it actually affected me like emotionally, because like going back to what I said earlier about, like, you know, believing in myself and like doing what I wanted to do, which is like, you know, like especially now, like doing creative stuff with my martial arts and everything, like it's ridiculous. Like I never thought in a million years I would, like, you know, like outside of work, I would be doing something like this, because I always wanted to have like a relatively professional, like, you know, relatively professional vision or appearance. Like, you know, I'm not into that kind of stuff. I'm very, like, you know, well spoken, very and like I always felt like that's not me. So like for my mental health, like it was actually like a lift off my shoulders, especially like when I initially left like taekwondo. It was more when I actually was free to do whatever I want, like outside like my most recent relationship, like a few years ago. Like I was doing it because like I just wanted to become cool. Like it was that premise, like I'll probably get famous and I'll be cool. No, but like it's actually like more like I can fully express myself and, you know, be happy and free with like whatever I like, which, you know, I embrace in like anime, and I embrace like the video games I play, like Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that. And for me to like, you know, really influence my cosplay through that, like it makes me, you know, make those characters do service, because like they influence me in such a way that I want to like embody that, you know, personality from them through my cosplay. So like it done wonders for my health. It just gives me like the appreciation that I have for them, and not to mention like, you know, I feel so much better in comparison to how I was like being very professional. And like, don't get me wrong, like you know, when you're in business, you do what you gotta do, but you gotta have an opposite side. Because if you're just like cut and dry, like business, you're pretty much like one of those like it just from
American Psycho.
American Psycho, either American Psycho or like like that, like normal SpongeBob. Hi,
like,
hi, how are you? Isn't
like
it a great day to be normal?
Yeah.
Like
Like you feel like a block as opposed to like, you know, have any like, you know, true substance.
or like Timmy Turner in Fairly Odd Parents when he wished he had no emotion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what is happy?
So
I want to
yeah.
jump onto a side note real quickly though. On
Okay,
on
go
the
for
topic of mental health, like it's a serious issue. Like
Mhm.
honestly, it's a deep down serious issue, and this goes out to anybody who's having issues at the moment. If you are struggling, if you're an adult, if you're a child, if you are having problems at home, seek help. It'll get better. There's people out there just like you, and you can connect with them. No matter what you like what you like. No matter what anyone says, be who you want to be, and don't let that affect you. And always know that there's someone out there, and it's never the end. Make sure to reach out, because those people will always help you. Because honestly, like this is the subject we are talking about, and it hits home because like we've been through some issues.
Yeah.
I can say for all of us, we've all been through some tough stuff, and like it's hard to get through, but you'll get through it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well said, Brian. I really appreciate you doing that little PSA.
Well, yeah, and with pop culture and like with the community, like not just in, you know, not just in like, you know, conventions and stuff like that, even online, like there's always like forums, Discord groups that you could join. Like you could always share interest with someone that's interested in what you're interested in. There's always someone. Don't say like you're like so unique that like, you know, you can't like mesh with anybody. You will. Like I thought I wouldn't, and here I am talking about Initial D with freaking comic book nerds. I'm just kidding. I'm talking to you, Mike.
Why do you gotta be so true?
No shame.
Yeah, like, there's actually on the subject of that whole thing, especially with like people who are just having a hard time at school. There's an Ultimate Spider-Man issue where like Aunt May is seeing a therapist, and she's talking about how because the story is like Peter is always like running away. She doesn't know where he goes half the time. She sometimes thinks he's going to see Mary Jane just to hang out and make out and all that and stuff like that. And Gwen Stacy is living with them in the house and stuff like that. And she says that he's constantly being berated by these jerks at school, even though he can teach those classes all the time, and all he wants is just to be left alone for like 5 minutes half the time, even though in the books he's technically hanging out with the X-Men. But anyways, he all I want him to have is just like that. All he wants is just that one little bit of just happiness, just hanging out with girls, playing video games, stuff like that. And that kind of hit me a lot, because it was just like I was reading it while I was in high school, and I was just like, yeah, I've been surrounded by jerks every day, and all I want to do is just sit down, draw superheroes, and play video games, and hopefully hang out with girls if they will at least talk to me and not think of me as like a stalker, even though I don't speak that much. I didn't really speak that much in high school. And because I didn't know what to do. I was like, you're pretty and all that, and they're just like, oh, you're such a stalker. I was just like, no, that's not okay. This is happening.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
That's hard. It's hard.
But yeah, like now that I'm older and that I'm able to like have money of my own and actually dress up as these characters that I've always wanted to dress up as, because the costume looks dope. And yeah, and when somebody's just like, oh my, and I was just like, it's just like, who are you? And it's just like, oh, all right. Like, it doesn't matter. You're that guy from that one show. And
yes, I am.
yeah, always.
You betcha.
Until I'm dead.
You're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Until the wig comes off. I'm just kidding. I would love to have hair like that every day. If it stayed like that for the rest of my life, I would gladly have that.
That pretty much, like, to that day, it's just pretty much like that Ultimate Spider-Man issue always hits home with me, because every time I read it, it's just like, yeah, I still handle that every day.
Yeah. I feel like Peter Parker is such a relatable character, you know?
Yeah. Even though everybody's just like, oh, he's such a jerk, he's stupid. It's like, well, you probably end up in the same shoes as he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he breaks off dates. He's worried about homework, or if he's ever gonna at least have a normal life. But
what's always so cool about Peter Parker is that, like, he's a superhero, but he's also just like anybody else, you know, any other like
he's very down to earth.
Teenager, young adult, you know, like going through life, you know. And that's what I really liked about Spider-Man a lot, you know, that it's like a superhero who is so cool, and also just like
just a guy.
Yeah, he's just a guy, you know. Yeah.
A very special other world of pop culture.
Jess, you want to add into it?
Sure. Let's see. The world of pop culture and what it has done for my mental health. I'd say it has done a lot, just because I grew up being so alone, not really making any long-term friends, moving around a lot. It was always my escape, and all the characters are so inspiring. I love how they put so much emphasis on the underdog, and how we're able to see the main character thrive throughout the episodes and seasons, and that to me is just so inspirational. To the point where I also wanted to start cosplaying too, because I'm like, wow, that character is so cool. Like, I want to be like strong like them. I want to be badass like them. They have such a, all the things that I want to embody as well. And that's when I found my way to cosplay. And when I first started cosplay, I was like a closet weeb as well. Not many people were familiar with anime in general, so I was a little bit hesitant to show that side of me. I kept it a secret from my parents, because being the eldest, I was also taxed with the responsibility of just being more mature. And cosplay and anime was my way to be a kid again and just escape. It wasn't until like maybe a couple years ago that going to Anime Expo, to the conventions, that I was introduced to my cosplay fans, which are the people you see on this podcast right here.
Where?
Who means so much to me. Yeah, the ghost behind you guys. Yeah, I for once I felt like I had a family. Finally a family I can just hang out with and be a weeb with, I felt so accepted, and I never had that previously. Like, and any of my personal friends locally, none of them are into the things that I'm into, and so it feels great. It just feels great. Another thing that I want to point on is that cosplay has really motivated me to get in shape, and I know it sounds very vain, but it just motivates me to be in tip-top health, to be able to recreate the cosplay characters. And for the longest time, I had like a body dysmorphia. I'm like, oh my gosh, when I was a teenager, I was so excited for puberty because I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so excited, I'm gonna have a woman body. That never happened. So I love cosplay community because there's so many different representations of body shapes, sizes, and colors. And of course, I don't mean to be gross or anything, but like there are lolly characters, which are characters who are obviously legal, but they have a more petite body type.
I count that's the first thing you say. Legal.
I just want to be
They're
clear.
legal.
Oh boy.
It's
Because, like,
It's legal, I swear. They
I
have
swear to God, it's legal.
IDs.
so just knowing that my body type is represented is just, it feels good, you know. And I like cosplay because I can be really comfortable in my own skin representing the more petite characters, and hopefully inspiring other people too who had some sort of body dysmorphia, you know. That is what cosplay and anime in particular in pop culture has done for my mental health, and I'm just so glad that I can connect with so many different people with similar interests and make some lifelong friends such as my cosplay fam.
Lewis.
Yeah. Definitely like pop culture has like impacted my mental health a lot because first of all, it's the thing I enjoy, you know, because like I love all like the telling all your good stories, as well as like I love seeing character growth, you know. And yeah, and I just think that like a lot of characters out there like you guys relate to, or you can find as inspiration, you know, which is really great. And like got me into cosplaying too, you know, like when I got into cosplaying, I really enjoyed it a lot because it was an opportunity for me to get creative, you know, and stuff. Because I always like making something, and I always like the idea of like just for this time, like for this day, I don't get to be like myself. I could be this character I really admire, you know, and stuff. And like I always view it as, you know, getting a chance to actually like see what's like being that character, which I always enjoyed, you know, because it's not. Because now I don't just get to see it on like a manga page or a comic book page or like from a screen, you know. I could actually like live in stuff, and like at cons, like people will accept that, you know, because like we're all just like dressing up as our favorite characters and having fun. And then as well as like in cosplay, like yeah, I definitely could really suggest like, you know, like staying in shape, you know, like because I get really motivated to try to stay in shape and stuff as well, mainly because like it's not just because of that, it's also because like I was more heavy set like when I was younger, you know, stuff. So it really helped me get in shape, you know. It's like it was very good as motivation to like be healthy, to exercise, and to eat well and stuff. And you know, I got fit into those clothes because you know, so you know, Chinese sizes.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! I knew you were gonna say something like that.
Totally.
No, the sizing age. I'm just glad I could fit the sizing Asia, you know. But I do have to watch myself, like,
Yeah.
to still fit that. And then also help me be more experimental, you know, like what like my everyday look like, you know, like I'm getting into like, you know, doing makeup and stuff like that. And like I've always had like the fear of like throughout like since like I had like that childhood of like, you know, of like being into these things and being like looked at like really weirdly or getting picked on, you know, like getting judged, you know, and stuff like that. Like not doing just makeup like just for cosplay, doing makeup like just like, you know, like daily routine or just going out special. And like as an adult, I saw that actually a lot of people were really respecting that and sometimes it was like very empowering, and a lot of people who were complimenting me, it was like the last ones I would think would compliment me, or like they definitely wouldn't pick on me or judge me. They would just I just thought that like they wouldn't say anything. They just wouldn't mind, you know. They just like be quiet. I was like, oh, just let him do his thing, you know. But like a lot of people like, you know, in like the breakdance scene actually like see my cosplay stuff and like really like compliment me a lot and stuff like that, and like really like all like the photo shoots I do, so then like all the cosplays I make, because like it's also like because they like those characters too, and they're seeing a person that, you know, they know like bring that to life, and like I just thought like that really puts a smile on my face that even people who are like not cosplaying but also like anime and pop culture also like are enjoying what I'm doing, you know, and like really seeing that, and like and some of my friends like actually two of my friends like who breakdance like saw that like, oh, we should like oh, like we live in this area for a con. If you ever go up here, you know, we should go a con together. And we really want to try cosplay. I'm like, oh, that'll be awesome. And like some of my other friends, like would be like, oh yeah, like please let's go a con. I really want to try like cosplaying Vegeta or something, because I really like Dragon Ball stuff. You know? So like it really helped me like not just like make friends, but it also helped me like strengthen existing friendships. You know, which was very lovely to have. And, yeah.
Okay, get them out of their bubble, because you know they're into that too. They're just afraid. You just have to do that push, like, come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it.
No, you just kick him and like, get out of there.
Right.
I know I made the question up, but the question is a really loaded question, honestly.
Yeah.
What is pop? What has pop culture done for my mental health? Oof. Well, for me, I guess whether it be music, anime, TV, anything pop culture related, there was always something that I can connect to. Like for me, music, it has to be something I can connect to. Other than that, if I can't, I won't like it. Like there always has to be meaning in those lyrics that'll basically get me to like the music. That's why like I was that emo kid, that emo phase, because I always was able to connect with the music, with the emotion that the person was trying to convey through it. And I feel like with anime, it's almost the same thing, because it teaches you so many things. Like there's so many inspirational quotes out there that you can just reach into anime and you'll find one. Like literally, I just went onto freaking Google and I typed in inspirational quotes, and I can tell you a few. Like one that one from off the top of the head, like that always affected me was The Legend of Korra. I forget what episode it was, but it's the one where she's feeling down because she lost all her bending, and then Aang comes out of nowhere saying, "When you hit your lowest point is when you're open to your greatest change." And I feel that impacts you a lot, because it's not only just trying to show you that it's not the end, but it's just the beginning. And like you can reach into One Piece, like this one right here. It may be hard right now, but you must silence those thoughts. Stop counting only those things that you have lost. What is gone is gone. And that's a character, Jinbei from One Piece. Like a lot of these things you don't see in like mainstream pulp culture, because they don't push the letter as hard as anime does. Like even in My Hero, like one of the quotes that I'm saying right now, if you feel you're hitting up against your limits, remember what caused you clench your fist. Remember why you started down this path, and let the memories carry you beyond your limits. And it feels like you can always connect to a phrase of something that someone says in anime. And to me, like I was really like what was it 2019 when I met you guys? Like when I met you guys,
18?
18.
19
or 18?
I met
18.
I met you in
18.
19.
You met Lewis in 19.
I met Jess in 18.
Yeah.
So 18 was the one day I went to Anime Expo, and during that time, yeah, it was on a Thursday. During that time,
it was on a Thursday afternoon.
Fun fact, it was a Thursday.
I could recall it was a
Thursday.
It was a Thursday. But at that time, I was in a really, really dark hole because I had just got out of a relationship that I gave myself to completely, and this person, I don't give them any ill will, but this person was someone so toxic that they ruined my life. Literally, like I was at rock bottom, and it's thanks to Jess and like the connections through anime and everything that I came to Anime Expo because I wasn't gonna come. Like literally, even when I met Jess, I was still debating like, should I go up to her? Should I talk to her? I was in the depths, and honestly, like I can't keep a straight face right now. Fuck. But it's thanks to pop culture that like honestly I met all of you, and I'm really thankful for you guys.
Oh, I'm thankful for you guys too,
For you.
honestly.
Thankful for everybody here.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
thankful to have met you all.
But yeah, like pop
I'm having a
culture.
bonding moment right now. Gosh dang it, Brian.
It's faded, guys.
Sorry.
No. It's okay. We totally understand.
You're good.
This is
But
a
yeah, pop culture like it can improve your mental health. Like a lot of people think, oh, it's nothing but trash. It's nothing that helps, but it does more than people think. And for me, it's done worlds of things for me because honestly, I never saw myself doing pop culture. I never saw myself like doing a podcast or like cosplaying. I barely started going to expos in like what 2014 was my first one, I believe, and I was like holed up to myself. I was like a loner. I didn't like give a damn. I never thought I was gonna start working out because I wanted to cosplay someone. I was like overweight and didn't even run. Like I didn't even think about working out. But like you guys said, yes, cosplay like it really motivates you to get up and get your goals, and basically the character that you want to embody kind of becomes a part of you because they mean something to you. I don't know. I got a little too deep.
No,
Sorry,
all
guys.
good. All good.
Oh, it's all
Since
good.
when was that too deep?
What was that?
I don't know.
what was that one?
There was a barrier? What?
Well, it's great for people to hear this.
There was a barrier?
Like, this is wonderful for people to hear, dude.
Yeah, but like I said, like there's always something inspirational and something that like if I take to something, it has to inspire me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there's always those phrases, those words, the emotion of someone's message that they're trying to convey. It'll hit home for me, and I try to like dissect what it means to me. Yeah.
Guys, I feel so instantly closer to you guys, even more than before.
Yeah. Plus, I need to go to the gym now. God damn it.
It's okay.
I just
Trust
kidding.
me too, bro. But
I
want to
go to the gym right now.
Quarantine 10.
Like it's like outside of it, it's like it's 1:30 in the morning, and I want to go work out right now.
You're motivated. You gotta listen to that Goku song.
Like literally, like the drop is literally just him yelling. I'll show you guys after recording. Okay. Anyways, all right. We should switch gears. Get a little uppity. Is anyone a
Let's
fan?
get a little lighthearted.
A little more lighthearted. Is anyone a fan here of Disney? I'm just kidding. We're all fans of Disney. Get out of here.
No, it's stupid. I hope it dies in a fire.
Look at me.
You take that back. You take that back now.
I mean, one of us works at Disney.
I don't speak for the brand or the company.
So we're
Just putting that out there.
But like, how was it? When we were gonna decide to do this topic, like immediately what comes to my mind is actually some of the underrated movies, from Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And what I think about is actually Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch.
And one, I feel like it's forgettable. Sometimes I even forget that it's a thing.
Not
Is
gonna lie,
Meet the
yeah.
Robinsons. Yeah.
It's not the ones that actually cling on.
Yeah, and then one I even forget too. Something even though I really like this movie a lot is Meet the Robinsons.
Yes.
Yeah, there's so many hidden gems like in Disney actually.
There is a lot, like, cause like, well, like it gets lost in the shuffle
people
between.
know about it, but they don't but it's not in somebody's top 5, or something like that, or top 3.
Yeah. Well, cause also there's like subdivisions like that. So like obviously there's like the animations, but there's also the live actions and as well as the CG, not the CGI, Pixar's animations.
Oh yeah, Pixar.
So like I could see like how like even some of the, I think it's mainly the live actions, but like the older live actions get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Like obviously like 101 Dalmatians for me was very underrated. Like the live action rendition of it versus like the actual animation of it. Like that's one in particular that like really stands out. And what was that other one? Fantasia.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Fantasia. Like to me, like it's kind of underrated for the fact that like I wouldn't say it's a silent animation, but like I guess like the people miss like the point of it. Like why it exists in the first, because like everyone's like trying to understand what's going on and stuff like that. That's why I find like a certain beauty to Fantasia because of that. Has anyone here watched Fantasia 2000?
I've watched a bit of it, but not all of it. I watched like the Noah's Ark one where it's Donald Duck.
Yeah. Yes.
Noah.
Yes.
I think that's the only one I've watched.
Yeah, that's probably the one that's most notable for me too. Like the other ones, I can't remember off the top of my head.
That and Mickey as the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah, that one as well. But I kind of
want to talk about underrated Disney movies.
Yeah, I guess so.
Movie.
I mean, no, we're just talking about Disney movies in general. Like that was it just led to underrated for now.
I just bring that up because I wanted to talk about Lilo and Stitch and Meet the Robinsons.
Brian got a list.
Oh no!
Here's 2 underrated movies. I don't know if you guys remember them. Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
Yes, I remember that one. I remember that
Treasure
one.
Planet. Treasure
Planet.
Oh
There we go.
It's because when he says Treasure Planet. I specifically watched the movie because of that trailer.
Yeah, those are deep cuts right there.
Yes, those are the deep. One of the deep cuts.
They need remakes, bro. They need remakes.
They do.
What do you mean remakes?
I would love to see live action.
They should not touch it. They just re-release it as a Disney 4K exclusive.
Like a remaster.
Yeah, Disney 4K remaster. I would appreciate that more than just a remake.
Another one on you guys. I actually met the directors of Treasure Planet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So
so
yeah,
cool.
I was at the CTN, the Animation Expo in Burbank. They have it every November. And I actually sat down with the guys who worked on Treasure Planet, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid.
That's wonderful, dude.
Dang.
And I when I talked to them, I was just kind of like freaking out, and I was just like, I'm in love. I said like Treasure Planet is probably like one of my favorite ones of all time. And I'm like, oh man, thanks, because like we really wanted to do that movie, but the studios were just like, no, you gotta do this, then we'll do it. And then they're like, all right, do you want to do it? And like, nope, do this, then we'll do it. And
dang, that sucks. You should have done. You should have pushed it. You should have like, I want to do it. I want to do it now.
They wanted to do it for a very long time.
So here's my question for you guys. So, what was the Disney movie you watched growing up?
Aristocats.
Aristocrats?
Have you guys watched that? Aristocats, yeah. It was like about what's it called? A rich cat family, and then they got abducted.
Oh yeah.
wanted money,
Yeah.
or the butler wanted money. And then they went on a whole adventure, and they were guided by a alley cat, which is really cool. I really like how there's like a lot of musical scenes in Disney movies in general, and that
Yeah.
one was one of my favorite scenes.
Mm-hmm.
For me, growing up, I rewatched Lilo and Stitch a lot. I still think that movie's lit. I love Stitch.
Oh man.
Little Patch Puzzles.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah.
Ow.
And
Okay,
then
I'll stop now.
And then I remember like little like there would be like Snow White on a lot.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
I think it's mainly because like my father and I think like probably a bunch of other relatives like does this joke because on my mother's side of the family, including my sisters and then my cousins, there's 7 females and there's me, who's the youngest, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and the only male. So they just call it like the Snow White invert. There's like 7 female dwarves and 1 prince. I'm like, okay then. I'm like okay then.
Are you gonna take a whiff of that poisonous pear?
It's an apple, first of all.
I know it's an apple. I'm just trying to flip the script a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
It's a remake.
No, it's an Asian pear. It's an Asian pear.
It's an Asian pear. Oh my god.
CJ.
I think for me, I mainly grew up with the Pixar movies. Like, more like the most notable one is Toy Story 2.
Oh yeah, dude, that's so
Like
underrated.
it's
That's my
it's one
favorite Toy
it's
Story.
yeah, it's like my favorite Toy Story. Yeah. My favorite Toy Story of the 4, and not to mention like it's probably the one that hits the most home because like it's, you know, that feeling of abandonment in a sense in
Yeah.
Jesse's story. I was just like, God dang, that hits too
Yeah,
hard.
that really hits.
Yeah.
No,
Can't watch it.
I can't. To this day, I cannot watch Toy Story 3.
Because of that scene?
Oh yeah, your experience, yeah. That makes sense.
Oh god dang.
For those of you who don't know, Toy Story 3 came out when I was just finishing up my freshman year of college, and it was like the last month of summer break before I had to go back.
Mhm.
And my parents and I decided to go watch Toy Story 3.
Mhm.
And the scene where like Andy is giving away his toys to Bonnie
Yeah.
and playing them one last time, and he gets in the car and then she does that wave thing with Woody.
That's a heartbreaking.
Oh my god.
And then as soon as he drives away and Woody says, "So long, partner," and I was just like, don't break down.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
There are
No, you
girls
wanna-
here. You gotta
Don't do it.
be cool. And I went home. I just was a puddle.
No, you wanna know what really broke me? The first 8 minutes of Up.
Yes.
Really broke me.
That
Yes.
soundtrack hits me in the feels every time.
Oh my god. I can't get through it. I couldn't get through it. No. Like literally every time I watch it, like I think it's up in the double digits right now. It's still fuck you. Like seriously.
And
Language.
that's also why I can't watch Toy Story 4 as well, because it's just like how it.
Yeah.
Because like Toy Story 3 just felt like the perfect ending
Uh-huh.
to Toy Story.
Yeah. But yeah. But like the
I'm
point
not the
of
one who
Toy
slipped
Story-
up this time, Jess.
I know.
Hey, I caught
Been
myself. I
warned.
didn't actually say it.
But yeah,
He said the first 2.
I said the
letters.
first 2 letters.
What was-
yeah.
I mean, you can get away with it still.
Yeah.
so-
Okay, anyways.
Yeah, CJ, you were saying.
Wait, I lost my train of thought. Wait. Okay,
You were talking about
okay,
Pixar.
Toy Story 2, okay. And then Monsters Inc. Like
Oh, that's so fun. I want a sequel to that.
yeah, I want a
That's
sequel
where
to
it's
it, not
good.
like an actual sequel, not Monsters
Yeah.
University. Monsters University, I think it should have happened like later or something like that, because like
I
that's just
think because I want to see Boo grown up.
yes, exactly. when I initially saw the ending to that, I was just like, oh man, he'll never see her again. And then like when the door was fixed, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And then the light came on, and I was just like, oh, I'm like, satisfying to the bitter end. Oh my god, I love it.
Those Pixar movies, man, they hit you.
They hit you so deep.
Oh, man.
Like, so that was the Pixar side, and then like probably the most notable animation is probably the Lion King 2. Like don't get me wrong, Lion King 1 is like brilliant.
Lion King 1 is excellent.
Yeah, but I think the fact that like Lion King 2 had Kovu and like he was like, you know, at that point exiled like Scar was, for him to like him and Kiara to like bring everybody together for that final bit, I was just like, dude, this should be like how, like, you know, like us as like a world to connect, you know, like we're all mammals, we're all people. So like, you know, we should come together as one. Like I mean it make the message now is way more apparent now than ever, because we got to stay together. How, you know, we can't be like segregated apart because of like, you know, whatever said something. We are people. We are one. And I had to say it, right?
Okay, Highlander.
There can be only one Highlander.
Mike?
Yeah, for me growing up, I remember watching a lot of Jungle Book. Mainly because there was like mostly like Disney princesses characters and not a lot of main male Disney characters that I can relate to. And like Jungle Book was something I could really relate to in 101 Dalmatians. Just because like I had a dog as a little kid and all that. And I remember Beauty and the Beast like freaking me out as a kid.
Really?
Yeah,
that freaked me out as a kid too, actually.
Yeah, like those scenes where like the beast is like hiding in the shadows and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or especially when you first meet him with Maurice. And
it was terrifying.
Especially with how like TVs were back then, how they were like so dark you couldn't see anything, but you could only see his eyes and his teeth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Back in the CRT days.
Yeah, back in the CRT days. And
the VHS.
then when I watched it again when I got older and like the quality got better, and I was just like, you kind of took that away, that whole idea of like you couldn't see him, but you saw his eyes and his teeth.
Yeah.
Like that was the freaky part about it.
Yep.
It ruined the mystique.
Yeah.
Wait, so do you really like Tarzan then? Since like that.
Oh yeah, then I liked Tarzan because I also grew up watching like the old Tarzan movies and also watching George of the Jungle. Remember?
Dude, both of those soundtracks were fire.
Yeah.
Both of those soundtracks.
I think like the one that related to me, a couple that related to me the most were besides Jungle Book were like, and Tarzan was like Treasure Planet. Because I was slowly becoming a teenager and I didn't know what to expect or any of that kind of stuff. And let's say Lion King, like the original Lion King, like I watched that, and Hercules.
Hercules.
Yeah, I loved Hercules because I was really into like Greek mythology and like heroes and all that kind of stuff. And Toy Story, the original Toy Story, like I remember like when we got the VHS tape for Toy Story, and I watched that all the time. All the time. And I also had like the Super Nintendo video game of the original Toy Story.
I remember that. I think I lost it though. I'm sad. I gotta look for it.
My aunts, before I went off to college, took all my Super Nintendo games and gave it to the Salvation Army.
No, that's a disservice.
But
you know how much those cost nowadays?
Wait, there's a but. Hold on.
But since I have my own money now,
you have them again?
I actually went to a Goodwill one day because I was just out there doing nothing, and then I saw a Super Nintendo there, had 4 games with it. It didn't have Toy Story, but I'm looking for Toy Story. And
Probably cost a lot, bro.
No, it's a good
It's a tough
will.
game.
If it was like
No.
a retro game
Total,
store,
Yeah.
total
That's a good one.
$40.
Wow, what a steal!
That's a
Steal.
steal.
Mhm.
Deal.
Oh
shape,
my
everything
god.
Good shape,
Yeah.
everything worked.
Yeah, everything worked
That's
fine.
a steal.
And then
Man,
I
go
started
Google. You
going
don't
to,
know
like,
what
mom-
you have, bro.
Then I went to like mom and pop stores, and that's where I found a lot of games. And
Wow.
yeah, so now I'm on the hunt for Toy Story again.
Mhm.
Good luck. I hope you find it.
I hope you find it because
Oh yeah,
Find it.
there's some that are like $10.
I'm coming to your apartment to play.
Yeah, can I come over? Can I come over?
Well, no, I tell you what, if ALA is still there, I will bring my Super Nintendo.
Yes, thank you.
I will also bring my Sega Genesis.
I keep saying
Oh, yeah,
I keep saying we're gonna play play the
I-
systems, but
Yeah,
we need
I
to
got-
actually play it though.
Yeah, I actually have my
Yeah,
Super
well, we have a
Nintendo
con.
like hanging out.
Oh
Hold
my
on.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's grabbing it.
He's getting it. He's getting it. Man.
Oh no.
Someone
It's on the
mentioned
shelf.
Hercules. Sorry,
Yeah.
I mentioned
You know,
Hercules. is
Zelp was
another
on the
show.
shelf.
Oh,
There's
those
a little
fast.
blast from the past for you kiddies.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, is that the FC Twin?
Yeah.
Wait,
no, this is the Super
different.
Nintendo. This is actually like the second model.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
there
like-
you go.
it
Yeah, I was wondering why it looks
is.
different.
No
Yeah, that's the
wonder.
second model.
I was like thrown off
Yeah.
because I thought that the FC Twin looked like
But
that.
I'll give you guys an option. I could either bring my Genesis or my Saturn or my Dreamcast.
Nice.
you have-
Why are you
Dreamcast.
making this a hard decision right now? Oh my.
I only have
I
two
feel like we
controllers.
should just like flip a coin at this point or something.
Yeah.
Like that, or, like,
Why not all of them?
Well,
Oh,
we
no,
definitely
we
can't.
can't
We definitely can't play all of them in,
No.
in a
Yeah,
weekend.
In a weekend.
We're gonna forget
I
about the
also
good.
found out, but I also found out that Nintendo and Capcom re-released The Lion King and Aladdin as a dual pack system for the Switch.
Oh, that's cool.
Another
Awesome.
reason.
I love
Another
how they're,
reason to
like,
get a
relaunching
Switch.
older games.
You're the only one in this call that doesn't have a Switch.
Yeah,
I
CJ, get with the program.
know.
Joking.
Tough, bro.
Join us,
I'm-
CJ. Join
Join
us.
us.
What are you
Nice.
talking about? I'm busy
Why
with
not?
another
Why
system,
Mine's in my backpack.
aka the Master Race. I'm just kidding.
Yo, I have that same case as you, Brian.
I have the Breath of the Wild case, the blue one.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Join us.
Join
One
us.
of us.
Sooner or later,
One of
watch.
us.
Or I could bring my Neo Geo Mini.
Oh yeah.
I remember when you first showed it to me. I was like, "You punk! Where did you find that thing?"
I actually found it at a Fry's.
Oh my god, I hate you so much. Oh, but going back to the topic really quick, I
yeah.
just want to throw out there a Goofy movie, an extremely Goofy movie.
Yes, Goofy.
Yes, Goofy. I watched
classic.
it
Goofy's lit.
first.
Best
And then I
Yes.
watched-
Goofy is also lit.
Best
Yes,
I love the
Yes.
disco scene.
Best
the
soundtrack.
disgusting.
That's my
I
favorite.
Powerline, bro.
Dude,
Powerline.
No, after when we did a when we did a what
When we watched it,
when we watched it, literally, I was like, can we re-listen to it? I literally listened to it the next day when I was taking a shower. I was like,
yeah, I usually listen to that soundtrack a lot. I've always said this. The guy who voiced Max in the Goofy movies,
yeah.
he'd make a good Spider-Man.
Not gonna lie, I agree.
Yeah,
I
actually,
agree.
you-
I
you-
agree.
Aw.
That's my opinion, though. I'm
No,
pretty sure
I
people
agree
are
with that
I
opinion.
agree with that. No, honestly, that honestly fits. Yes.
That guy who did the voice for Max does a lot of voice acting work.
Oh,
in a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of-
Oh yeah,
He
definitely.
was the
Yeah.
What else
voice.
has he done?
He was the voice of Tino from the Weekenders.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what
Oh,
He's also Chester from Fairly Odd Parents.
oh yeah. Wait, he's also another guy.
Yeah, he's done a
A
lot.
lot of voice acting, so much. He did an appearance in Recess as well.
Oh yeah. He
that
was
40-year-old
the
man.
no. He was not only the 40-year-old man. He was also the Hustler kid.
Yeah. I
Oh
remember,
yeah, Hustler Kid. Yes.
I remember he was also in Kim Possible.
Oh,
Oh, who was
He was Felix, the one in the wheelchair.
he? I remember. Yes.
man, Goofy movie. Oh, I love that.
Classic,
good.
instant classic.
Classic.
He is. Yeah, I love Goofballs.
Bug's Life.
Bugs Life, dude.
I also
That was a
remember.
good one.
That's
I
a good
also
one.
had that video game on PC,
I remember that video game.
I remember that video game.
even though my computer at that time was very old and.
I'm pretty sure most Disney games of that era couldn't run that well. Like, I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure those games were way ahead of its
Alright,
time.
you want? There's this one Super Nintendo game that I played a lot. It was a Disney game. It was a Donald Duck game. It was called Maui Mallard in Cold Shadow. So basically,
I heard of it. I heard of it.
So those of you who don't know, it was a game where basically Donald Duck looked like Magnum PI.
There you go.
Time. And
Yeah.
then he had a gun, and he was on this tropical island where it's just like voodoo magic and Japanese ninjutsu and stuff like that. And in one level, you turn into a ninja.
That sounds so dope.
As ridiculous as it
That
sounds.
sounds so dope.
Sounds pretty lit,
That's
honestly.
that's pretty.
Sounds pretty
That's pretty
lit.
awesome.
I'm pretty. You can actually find like a ROM of it somewhere.
Cool.
I
I will take a look at that later.
I have to download all the simulators.
Mhm. The emulators.
The emulators,
Yeah.
sorry.
Wait.
Oh yeah,
Jess.
yeah. It's on. Oh, hold on. It is on Steam.
Oh, it is on Steam.
Yeah, it's on Steam and it's $6.
Wait, what? $6?
I mean, $6 is $6.
I could even like play the basic games, so I'm gonna wait till I get a new laptop to play all the Steam games. I'm
Right.
excited. Oh, hey, Michael.
Disconnected.
Wait.
Hi.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh good, oh good.
Did your battery die?
No. I just accidentally went into the other chat rooms by mistake.
Oops.
Oops.
But yeah. Anyone else?
Steam.
Jess?
Anybody else has any comments?
Yeah.
That's already
Hercules.
put hers. Oh, Hercules as well.
I have a crush on Megura. She's still like snarky
Meg?
and
Yeah.
she's cool.
Meg.
You have a type. You have a type.
I love
Honestly, at this point.
Bad girls,
Yeah.
bro. Bad
You have a
girls.
freaking type.
Oh
She's
my
something else.
god.
Yeah, Meg. She's like the first. I don't want to call her a Disney princess, but first I say one of the first female characters in a Disney movie that actually showed some attitude, and I like that.
She even considered a Disney princess?
No, she's not.
She's not.
All right, she's
Disney
not.
princess is only considered as like the main.
The main character,
main
yeah.
damsel in distress.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. There's also
Like-
You're also forgetting Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Can I
Yes.
just tell you, Hunchback of Notre Dame like terrified me.
Really?
That terrified me too.
Yeah.
The Frollo scene. He was so creepy and
Yeah.
cringy. Oh
Uh-huh.
my goodness.
Because of who? What?
Frollo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was all like
Touchy grabby.
grabby. Yeah. It was just
Stop!
so-
Don't touch me there. This is my no.
No, no.
This is my no square.
Oh no! Don't touch me.
No,
My no.
Remember, kids. As Sonic the Hedgehog said, if they start to touch you, that is no good.
Oh man.
Bryant.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll put mine. Mine are very old ones. Top three that I remember from when I was a kid. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes.
Flubber.
Oh my god.
Flubber.
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 Casper, the Friendly Ghost.
I don't know if that was a Disney movie.
Casper was.
Is Casper
Casper
Disney?
Yeah.
wasn't.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes,
that.
it was.
Can I
No,
find
it's
that Disney Plus
Universal.
then?
Well, no, they ran it on Disney too, though.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they
I thought
ran it
Disney
on
Plus then, I
Disney,
kinda wanna
but
watch it.
it was a Universal movie. I remember that.
Casper's adorbs.
Uh huh.
I
Yeah.
like Casper.
Oh, here's one that I forgot to mention: Sword in the Stone.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait, need to throw this one out there. Jumanji.
Jumanji. I didn't know Jumanji was Disney. To be
No, it
honest.
wasn't.
I'm just kidding. I just want to throw something out there for my boy Robert Williams.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The genie.
The genie.
Genie.
Yes, the OG.
The OG Aladdin.
OG.
Let's go. Okay, I think before we wrap this up, I just have one question to be like really upfront. Okay, so, boys, who is your waifu in Disney?
Oh, Mulan without a question. Like, come on, I feel like she's the best Disney princess. She has the highest kill count.
Skill count.
And she is strong and she is powerful. Like, have you seen?
Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about? She's a girl that has a brain and speaks her mind.
Oh god.
She was very empowering. You know?
Oh god.
Okay, Brian.
Does it have to be a Disney princess, or does it?
No,
it could be,
a female character. A female character. Who's
Meg.
Meg?
Meg.
I
Yeah,
see
Meg.
you. I see you.
She's pretty hot. She's
Dude.
pretty
Yeah,
hot.
Meg.
I see you. I
Meg,
see
bro.
you. Mike? Oh yeah, actually I don't know. Wait.
Well,
This is completely what you said earlier in the episode.
well, it's not that I would consider a waifu, or just more like
like
I like
character,
I like
Character
the
crush.
character.
Yeah.
For Disney, hold on, come back to me. I gotta think about this for a minute.
Okay, Jess,
Yeah.
what's the husbando?
Husbando.
Husbando.
I really
Not-
like Aladdin. I thought Aladdin was really attractive growing up.
But he lied. I'm just kidding.
Why don't you lie?
Why the F you lie?
Give it to those unfortunate people.
You understand why I lied though, right? I believe you.
Okay, I have to say this though. Meg is good too, but also Jasmine.
Yes. I like her too. She feisty.
She feisty.
I'm surprised that.
Aren't you, Raja?
Wait, I can't remember her name, but I'm surprised that was it UCJ and Brian have not mentioned was it the love interest in Goofy movie?
Roxanne.
I was about to say I was about to say
Bro.
Roxanne.
I was about to say.
Oh, you were?
I was gonna say Roxanne.
It's Roxanne.
You just
though.
spoiled it. You
You
just spoiled it, bro.
it.
I'm just saying. I'm surprised nobody has yelled that out yet.
I was honestly waiting for
y'all
my turn.
lame.
I was like, you lame. I
I
said
thought Brian
Roxanne.
would say it.
I said Rox. I was gonna say Roxanne.
Yeah.
It's Roxanne though.
No, okay, guys. Banani though, bro. Banani.
Nani.
What?
Nani.
Okay,
Nani, bro.
okay, Nani was okay.
No.
But honestly, I ain't no furry, but Roxanne though.
It's either Roxanne or the copy shop gal from Extremely Goofy Movie.
Oh, the freak! Oh, what? I forgot
yeah.
her name. What was her name?
I don't know
know her
her name.
Her name.
Oh,
But I
The
like
French one?
the one with the beret.
The one with the beret. That one that was hecka hitting on PJ.
like
Yeah.
you know,
Duh.
poetic and everything. The
Yeah.
snap.
Mm.
Yeah, she was really attractive.
I think also for me would also be like Belle.
She was just known as
Belle,
the beret girl.
That was pretty good.
She was only known. She was only known as the beret girl.
Is that really
Yeah.
the name on Wikipedia?
Yeah, look it up. It just says the beret girl.
Oh, rip!
Aw.
She
But-
She never had a name.
You-
I will tell you this.
That's a cheap off.
My
She'd be too
first,
hot with the
like,
name. That's why.
my first actress crush would have to be Trini from Power Rangers.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Mainly because not because like everybody's like, oh, Kimberly, because she's the cutest and all that. I was just like, I don't know. There's just something about Trini that I liked.
Mhm.
I just couldn't really put a T on it. Just
She was a wonderful character.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
also was really good representation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright.
I just found her cute.
I respect that. I respect that.
I respect that. I respect that. I respect that.
All right, with that awkwardness, we will be ending this podcast.
Yes. Thank you so
Oh
much.
my gosh. Yeah, we shall end it right there. If you guys are if you guys are still here, I'm so sorry. You guys are very uncomfortable right now. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this podcast, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please give it a like, share it with everyone that you know that's into the pop culture, and yeah, subscribe to see more. And until next time, I am CJ.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Brian.
I'm Mike.
Jess.
And until next time, we will see you guys in the other world. Bye bye.
Bye. I didn't say anything.
You're not gonna say anything? Then I'll
What?
say Dominoes.
No, I whispered Dominoes. So I don't think my mic picked it up.
I'll
But
say
yeah,
Dominoes.
Dominoes. Where you at? Where you at right now, Dominoes?